From divine Sister of the Light Natalia Alba, beloved ones, in this universal 9-year, a transformational journey like no other. Many of you are concluding personal cycles, embracing your new selves, and allowing yourselves to be guided by your inner wisdom, your divinity and its designs, even though it often involves letting go of who you used to be and all the baggage you carry. I know it is challenging, but what we choose to do with what we perceive as inner chaos determines the course of where we are heading. When we embrace pain, allowing it to reveal the original wound and heal it, we realize we are free, for after all, we are the only ones who imprisoned ourselves. Chiron and Aries retrograde at the end of the month support this period of inner reclusion and expansion, reminding us to go within where all lies, witnessing without judgments, guilt, or any human programs, who we have become, with whom we wish to continue walking the path, and how. Chiron reminds us to realign, reclaim our inner force, our divine power and strength, to become the only leaders of our lives, which involves being energetically, mentally, and emotionally free and sovereign, to have the courage to do what deep within we know we are meant to. Venus in Cancer at the end of July will also be an ally for us to remember the importance of self-care and nurturance, diving deep into our emotions and healing our feminine and emotional bodies of all we are releasing now. For it is not easy to release an old life. It is a process that takes time, devotion to continue choosing to let go, and emotional strength. It is in this year that many of us are being reborn, gradually, without haste, but without pause, for it is time to conclude, to rebuild, and to seed a new life, in unity, in peace, and in harmony with our new selves and their decisions. During this passage, we have been immersed since the 7-7, and that will continue until the eclipses, for we are always in a constant dance of embracing and letting all go, which will be decisive for those of you who have chosen to step into a new timeline. These are times to surrender, terminate, and embrace the new you have been shaping within yourself, for it is time. The time for us to cut ties with all that belongs to our past, and our past is everything that escapes from this now moment, has come. 144 flowing in. Every time you revisit the past and those you left behind, contacting them or bringing them back through your memories, you come back to an old timeline. If something we can control is our minds, if we have any power, it's precisely the power of choosing again, for we cannot change the past, but we can choose differently. This is a year in which many of you are beginning to make this choice, to move into a new universe, a more enlightened one, in which you belong, in which you now dwell, aligned with your soul in the new dimensions of light, a new band of consciousness, of energy in which you cannot carry anything that belongs to a lower frequency band, as it is not quantumly compatible. You are gradually uploading your human mind with higher truths, and they can only be integrated if we first let go of old ones. A year in which you are leaving, transfiguring not only your three-dimensional chakras, but everything that resided within them, especially the trauma, lodged for so long in your nervous system, the pain which we consider a loss, which in truth is nothing more than a gain, without even knowing it, is part of this transition. Our mission is to focus on solutions and conscious reprogramming, and above all, on integrating and descending from our divine source, what heals us, helps us move forward, and reminds us of who we are. When we decide to close a chapter in our lives because we have learned and fulfilled that cycle, ending relationships and letting go of everything that no longer serves us, whether by our own will or because the universe sometimes removes us from where we should not be. Our brain knows it is over, but our body continues to wait for the same old message. This is why we suffer. It continues to release dopamine when you remember, and cortisol when you still expect to hear from others or want to come back to the past. Mirror neurons still replay scenes that no longer exist. The limbic system does not understand endings. It only understands habits. That is why it hurts even if you know it is over, and it is for the best. Your body also needs to shut down old chapters. Give it time. Reprogram your mind so it can reboot and return to the present moment. Above all, choose yourself. Love yourself unconditionally and respect the times to rest, rejuvenate, and evolve. Teach your nervous system, which is what puts you on alert when it understands there is danger, that you are suffering, that you are now safe. Do this again and again until you achieve a complete reprogramming of your entire being, DNA, mental, emotional, and physical body. It is not enough to just verbally close chapters, relationships, and everything else you want to close. It is not enough to just leave. It is not enough to energetically cut cords and make decrees. The habits, the pain, and the memories remain inside. You must empty yourself to be refilled with new habits, love, truth, unity, and peace. May it be so for all of you beloveds. From NataliaAlba.com.